training generations of relatives, all with the single goal of becoming the best professional wrestler on the face of the planet. And while the two would together be WWE Hall of Famers, based solely on their work as trainers and cultivators of the next generation, their in-ring successes only add to their immortality. Alpha and Sika formed WWE's most dominant tag team of the early 1980s, fighting their way to the WWE Tag Team Championship on 3 separate occasions. Opponents were often defeated before the bell even rang to start the match, falling victim to the aura and the intimidation factor of having to step into the ring with the Wild Samoans. Accompanied by Captain Lou Albano, the trio formed a masterful group that was able to take all opponents off their game, be it through Albano's devious schemes or the overpowering nature of the Wild Samoans. WWE had never dealt with a team so primal, turning each match into a battle of survival. Most feared, the deadly Samoan drop, a move that has been imitated by many, but duplicated only by a chosen few.
There they are, the Wild Samoans.
These are immigrants coming from the island, trying to figure it out, trying to find a way. I couldn't imagine being these men. I couldn't imagine taking on these responsibilities of setting the tone in a whole new country. And then trying to break into entertainment on top of that. But they made it work. And that's what we are. We're workers. We make it work.
These tribal elders set the standard for all of their descendants to not only follow, but they also taught their descendants how to surpass it. So beloved were the two that perhaps no moment holds more significance to your tribal chief. He was presented the Ula Fala by his father Sika and Uncle Afa after the 2020 Hell in a Cell event. You see, it was their acknowledgement that gave Roman Reigns the unshakable confidence to continue his journey to becoming the greatest of all time.
The utmost respect, love, and gratitude for those men. Because if my father and uncle don't do what they do, we're not here.
We now humbly present to you the honor of walking in the famed footsteps of the Wild Samoans, finding a
And here they come. Bubba Ray and Devon are ready for a fight.
That's just what they'll get from Afa and Sika, and then some. Guys, this is going to be a great one. You can feel the electricity already.
I feel the excitement and some fear, too.
Accompanied by Captain Lou Albano and a combined weight of 645 pounds. Afa and Sika.
2-on-2 tables match here with the masters of the match, the Dudley Boys, taking on the Wild Samoans.
There's always those thoughts in the back of your mind. My brother can beat up your brother. My brother can put your brother through a table faster. Finally, we get to see those thoughts become a reality.
Saxton, I never want to hear
about the inner workings of your mind ever again.
I second that, but the Dudley Boys and the Wild Samoans are two teams who also clearly have a few screws loose. This should be intense. And the Wild Samoans always have that gaze in their eyes, that look that makes you question their understanding of their surroundings.
Yeah, and I have to wonder if Alpha and Sika are even aware of what the tables are for. I'm afraid they'll just keep on dishing out punishment, expecting a bell to eventually ring.
Such a peculiar look coming from the Wild Samoans, as if they have no control of their animalistic behavior. Corey, I've got to know, what can the Wild Samoans do to get the advantage in this tables match? After all, this is the Dudley Boys match, the match they put on the map, the match they're synonymous with.
Or maybe the Wild Samoans have to be a little less wild, Cole. They still need to brutalize their opponents because that's what they do best. But the last thing Alpha and Sika want to do is rush head first into a table. After all, that's exactly how you lose.
Returning back to the ring.
From the top.
Alpha never saw that coming. Corey, the Wild Samoans are about as tough and mean as they come, a very physical duo. And we've seen how they use their heads, almost like a concrete weapon.
Yeah, they don't need much flash. They're just a formidable ground and pound team. If they lack in offensive creativity, they make up for it in blunt force trauma. And nothing packs more blunt force trauma than an Alpha or Sika headbutt. Headbutt! Into the table. He's got a plan for that table, and it does not involve a dinner party. Archer trapped. There's a headbutt.
Kendo stick impact. Out.
Forearm club. Bubba Ray was ready for that.
And we can harp on how this match was something almost tailor-built by the Dudley Boys. With a famous series of TLC matches they've had, the Dudleys have become synonymous with the T in TLC.
And that didn't stand for tender, Cole. It means tables, and it means lots of them. Yeah, and if Bubba Ray and Devon can get the Wild Samoans to a table tonight, it will really add to the Dudley Boys' legacy even further.
Titanic trouble with a barrage of strikes.
He is getting rid of the turnbuckle pad. Don't say that too loud. Hot up into the Samoan drop. Incredible. The Wild Samoans just completely wrecking the Dudley Boys in there.
Heading to ringside now. His body is showing the effects of this match.
I think we're about to see a body go through it. And now he's looking to lock in this submission.
And he decides to let his opponent out of the hold.
Might have felt like he was losing a grip and didn't want the opposition to counter out of the submission. From the top. Whoa, what a landing. Coming down on their opponent like a sack of bricks.
And Alpha and Sika just beat the Dudley Boys at their own game.
Here are your winners, Alpha and Sika, the Wild.
2-on-2 tables match here with the masters of the match, the Dudley Boys, taking on the Wild Samoans.
There's always those thoughts in the back of your mind. My brother can beat up your brother. My brother can put your brother through a table faster. Finally, we get to see those thoughts become a reality. Saxton, I never want to hear about the inner workings of your mind ever again.
I second that, but the Dudley Boys and the Wild Samoans are two teams who also clearly have a few screws loose. This should be intense. And we can harp on how this match was something almost tailor-built by the Dudley Boys. With a famous series of TLC matches they've had, the Dudleys have become synonymous with the team in TLC.
And that didn't stand for tender, Cole. It means tables, and it means lots of them. Yeah, and if Bubba Ray and Devon can get the Wild Samoans to a table tonight, it will really add to the Dudley Boys' legacy even further.
Now, these are obviously two juggernaut tag teams clashing, but this is also a match that clearly favors one team over the other. Be honest, Corey, do you think the Wild Samoans really have a chance in this one?
This is the Dudleys' wheelhouse, Cole. No team knows more about excelling in a tables match than Devon and Bubba Ray. The Wild Samoans have a lot of unbridled aggression working in their favor, but ultimately, they're up against the Masters. A very ferocious demeanor emanates from the Wild Samoans, like they're part of a pack of untamed beasts. I really wonder what it would take for the Dudley Boys to have control of them.
Maybe they'll take a sledgehammer? A truck? They're not human, Byron. You can knock them down, but they'll keep coming back. Ooh, boom, what impact! This onrush has got to be draining Bubba Ray.
And the the Wild Samoans aren't going to let the Dudley Boys take over in this match. Big shot taken. That one's going to... Hot dog! Boom! Hot dog! Into the Samoan drop! Incredible! The Wild Samoans just completely wrecking the Dudley Boys in there.
Ooh, he fends that off. And the Wild Samoans always have that gaze in their eyes, that look that makes you question their understanding of their surroundings.
Yeah, I have to wonder if Alpha and Sika are even aware of what the table before. I'm afraid they'll just keep on dishing out punishment, expecting a bell to eventually ring.
He's finding himself in some territory he does not want to be in.
They have tried their best. Uh-oh. He averts the offense.
Diving clothesline!
Incredible height.
Headlock applied, tossed without regard.
And does not get it.
Thunderous club comes down, very effective. And enters back into the ring. Headbutt to the back of the neck. What a chancery.
Whoa. Just tossing that table around like it was nothing.
Devon gets intercepted.
Ooh, bullseye.
We might be nearing the limits of this match.
I'm positive this wasn't in his game plan, but if he wants to survive this match, he needs to come up with a new plan ASAP. Ooh! Ooh! Running bulldog!
Oh no, he lets his opponent out of the submission.
Yeah, but who knows what damage has been done. I still can't get over the look I always see on the Wild Samoans. It's like they have a one-track mind towards savage brutality. They for sure answer yes to every question that makes up a scary tag team. Yes, they're rough. Yes, they're tough. Yes, they will maim. Yes, they will hurt. And yes, they will not stop.
He's really feeling all the damage he's taken up till now.
I think we're about to see a body go through a table real soon.
Uh-oh. Takes it.
Hot dog into the Samoan drop. Incredible. Alpha and Sika might have just shown us the prelude to the Dudley's demise. Oh, man, he has fired up. Hot dog.
Alpha and Sika just beat the Dudley Boys at their own game.
Here are your winners, Alpha and Sika, the Wild Samoans.
From the very moment he arrived as the enforcer of the bloodline, Solo Sikoa has taken every brutal, savage element of his predecessors and refined them into a near-perfect smashing machine. Even in the year before his arrival, Solo raised eyebrows and garnered buzz while competing in NXT. But nobody could have predicted just how smoothly his transition to the main roster would go. And before I go on any further, let me make one thing perfectly clear. I'm only saying what I'm saying about Solo Sikoa because I am a wise man. I'm a professional. And because I'm being handsomely compensated for my stellar work as your host of the WWE 2K25 showcase. I haven't forgotten what Solo Sikoa and his rogue bloodline did to me. But I also know better than to let personal feelings hinder your professional endeavors. So with that being said, since his arrival at Clash at the Castle in 2022, Solo Sikoa has consistently been involved in WWE's biggest moments and biggest matches. He's been victorious in War Games. He's repeatedly enforced the Bloodline's will to maintain Roman Reigns' status as undisputed WWE Universal Heavyweight Champion.
I brought Solo in as an insurance policy. Solo was here to protect me. Solo was here to maintain the promised land. He's violent. He's strong, he's fast, he's all those things. And he betrayed me. Any man who would betray me must be a very dangerous man.
Solo defeated John Cena. Solo elected to betray your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, in an attempt to bestow upon himself the title of tribal chief. When I refused to acknowledge Solo as my tribal chief, you are not my tribal. He, Tamatonga, Tongaloa, and Jacob Fatu put me through a table in Madison Square Garden. And that led to opportunities to compete for the undisputed WWE Heavyweight Championship. It's led to more visibility, with Solo's Rogue Bloodline ruling over SmackDown. Every choice Solo made only furthered his standing in WWE. He has the bloodlust of the wild Samoans, the brutality of his cousin Yokozuna, and the single-minded focus of Roman Reigns, all rolled into one. There is no question the future is his for the taking, and that he will be champion many times over, and that he may set records of his own before it's all said and done. Few men have so quickly served notice to all of WWE in the manner that Solo Sikoa has done. Whether you want to acknowledge him or not is irrelevant. One way or another, Solo Sikoa forces you to do just that, or you will suffer severe consequences. One by one, each and every single superstar on the WWE roster is going to find that out. Solo will make sure of it. I, of course, will simply await any and every opportunity for your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, to some manners. Until that happens, though, we are taking you back to the one-year anniversary special for NXT 2.0, which saw then North American champion Carmelo Hayes, and indeed, he is him, issue an open challenge. Unfortunately for the future superstar, it was to be answered by Solo Sikoa, and things went as well for Hayes as you can probably guess. Showcase the unrelenting fury that has made Solo Sikoa nearly unstoppable, and defeat Carmelo Hayes to earn Solo his first championship victory. It won't be easy against Carmelo, especially when he has Trick Williams watching his back. And if you make one mistake against the champ, he'll take his shot and most likely hit nothing but net.
Here comes the A-Champ.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the NXT North American Championship. Accompanied by Trick Williams, he is the NXT North American Champion, Carmelo Hayes.
Mello and Trick looking so pleased with themselves after attacking Wesley.
NXT 2.0 celebrating its first anniversary, all thanks to a...
What? This place is shaking!
We never thought we'd see Sikoa again.
His opponent, from Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing in at 250 pounds, Solo Sikoa!
And Solo is dressed to fight, too. I really didn't think we'd see him again.
We saw him at Clash at the Castle 10 days ago where he cost Drew McIntyre the WWE Universal Championship.
Well, as far as I'm personally concerned, Sikoa isn't welcome around here. Melo needs the night off.
Well, Melo talks about wearing the biggest crown in the WWE, but it's Sikoa who sits at the biggest table in WWE.
Well, he wasn't exactly invited to sit at this table now, was he?
We said to expect the unexpected. Is this title match going to happen?
Now, this is a surprise. Carmelo Hayes seemingly had no challenger for his North American title, but Solo Sikoa just showed up here and said, I got next.
Thank goodness. Melo had an opponent chosen by the NXT Universe as they voted for Wes Lee. But Melo and Trick brutally attacked Lee backstage. Now we're being spared a Melo-bration and getting a real match.
And I would have never expected Sikoa to show up. He just joined the Bloodline on SmackDown, and now he's in the main event of NXT. Can the Bloodline get even more gold tonight?
Top rope suplex.
Let me point out that this is...
And Sikoa sent toward the ropes, and Carmelo Hayes with a kick right into the midsection. Melo taking it to Sikoa here.
The power of Solo just a little too much for the A-Champ in this instance.
What a chop.
Trademark viciousness. Lack of mercy. That's what Solo Sikoa is all about.
Into the corner. Big splash by Sikoa. Melo in trouble. Sikoa. Trick Williams making sure Melo got out of harm's way, well, at least momentarily.
And momentarily is right. Sikoa continuing to inflict more punishment on the champ.
And Hayes takes out Williams on the outside. Solo standing strong.
Solo not allowing the presence of Trick Williams to distract him whatsoever.
Solo has the mindset to destroy anyone in the way of him in the NXT North American Championship. Clothesline!
Oh, that'll leave a mark.
You got to be impressed by both Solo. He lets go of the hold, but I don't see any reason for it.
No telling what's going on in his mind right now, Michael.
And a well-timed counter.
Snapmare.
Big boot. Saw it coming and avoided it. Looking to end this thing.
Can they step through? Yes. Bust. Now, wait a second. Interesting turn of events here.
Now he just released the...
Looking to end this thing.
Can they step through? Yes. Buck, and he breaks his own submission.
Maybe his plan was just to soften his opponent with that hold.
Trick Williams has been quite the difference maker for Carmelo Hayes over the last year. How many times has Williams helped Hayes and saved that North American title?
Yeah, but 10 days ago, Solo Sikoa did the same thing for Roman Reigns when he attacked Drew McIntyre in Clash at the Castle. Sikoa has blood on his hands, too.
And now propped up in the corner. Wow.
Lands the elbow.
What reflexes to stop Sikoa? Oh, an incredible impact. Solo reverses and looks to capitalize. Headbutt to the gut!
The WWE Universe is pouring more fuel on his fire right now.
Big uppercut rocks the jaw of Carmelo Hayes. Ripped out of the corner.
looking to put him away, and now Trick Williams up on the apron, causing a distraction.
Trick paying dividends. Ooh. First 48.
And that could be the turning point for the North American champion.
Oh, Samoa dropped by Sikoa. Cover now for the win. Hayes kicks it too.
And Williams once again on the apron.
You can see how concerned Trick Williams is that Carmelo Hayes' championship hopes, might be fading away.
Super kick drops Williams. Hayes picked out of the sky.
Spinning solo.
Is that it for Carmelo Hayes? Trick is out. Carmelo is dazed. Here's your chance, Solo. The title could be yours.
Turn out the lights.
Headed to the top rope.
From the top.
Solo with the Samoan splash.
The challenger might have what it takes to win this.
2.
What the? Sikoa is the new champion.
Here is your winner, and new NXT North American Champion, Solo Sikoa!
Solo is your new champion. And is the North American title now going to SmackDown? This has to be the most unpredictable era in WWE history.
You know Sikoa was given his marching orders from the head of the table. Don't leave NXT without the gold. Well, mission accomplished for the newest member of the Bloodline.
As Melo would say, if you call...
I ain't doing this one. We can have all the fun we want with these video games and this showcase, and these fantasy matchups like Offensica versus Bubba Ray and Diva. I'm not doing shtick about Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. That's a little too volatile. And it's way too personal for Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins came up together in the Shield. And Seth Rollins took it upon himself to disband the Shield by blindsiding Roman Reigns with a chair. At WrestleMania 31, Roman Reigns, in the main event of WrestleMania, was about to win the WWE title when Seth Rollins cashed in Money in the Bank and stole the main event, the match, and the title from Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns lost the undisputed championship after almost 4 years, the greatest title reign of all time, to Cody Rhodes. Not because Cody Rhodes was the better man, but because Seth Rollins was right there. And the seduction, the bloodlust that Roman Reigns had for that moment, for Roman Reigns to give up. And for the first time in Roman Reigns' life, he took his eye off the ball for that much time and smashed Seth Rollins with a chair, the same way Seth did a decade earlier to Roman. And that moment gave Cody Rhodes all he needed to end the most historic title reign in WWE history. I'm supposed to do shtick about Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins for a showcase? I mean, it's smart, because the next time Roman Reigns steps into the ring with Seth Rollins will be the last time Seth Rollins steps into a ring. Next time Roman Reigns gets his hands on Seth Rollins, you won't have your architect anymore. You won't have your visionary anymore. You won't have your revolutionary anymore. You will have your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, but you'll never again have Seth freaking Rollins. Roman Reigns will put an end to Seth Rollins in WWE. And then the only way you'll ever be able to see Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins will be in the WWE 2K25 showcase. Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins from the 2022 Royal Rumble. And that's not a prediction. That's a spoiler.
The big question as we kick off Royal Rumble, will Roman survive tonight?
Well, the man who's walking down the aisle here in front of 44,000 plus is the greatest champion of all time, transcending the business. And tonight, it's personal.
Look at this. Even more mind games from Rollins. As we heard that music pop right there, the Shield, you can't help but have a little nostalgia. You can't help but think back to the glory days of when the Shield would go to town, beating everybody down.
Until that man right there, Seth freaking Rollins, decided to tear it apart.
Seth Rollins says he knows Roman Reigns so well. He knows how to prey on the insecurities of the Universal Champion. He knew there was one thing that Reigns will never get over, and that is that Seth Rollins chose to end the Shields.
The infamous blow to the back of Roman Reigns with a
It's been interesting watching Reigns throughout these The Royal Rumble Premium Live event kicks off with a match between two former brothers. Roman Reigns in his record 516-day reign as Universal Champion versus Seth Rollins, donned in the old gear that they used to wear in the Shield.
Rollins looks very comfortable in that tactical vest yet again.
But he's even more comfortable inside the head of the Tribal Chief. We haven't seen Roman with this type of look, this type of confusion in 500-plus days.
Gentlemen, for 17 months, Roman Reigns has dominated. He had special counsel and cousins to help him stay in control, to keep his cool, to concentrate on the business at hand. But now Paul Heyman is gone, and the Usos are barred from ringside.
Without those calming forces, cracks have started to show. Every comment Rollins has made about their past cuts deeper. Every mind game breaks Roman's spirit even further. This might be the toughest physical battle the Tribal Chief has faced, but it definitely is his toughest mental battle.
You want to wear your Shield gear? You want to play mind games with the head of the table, Seth? This is what you get. Be prepared for the wrath of the Tribal Chief.
How did answer for Reigns?
A defensive elbow to the gut ends that.
And the wise man, Paul Heyman, will be at ringside for a championship match tonight, just not this one.
And that's just sickening to me, Cole. Reigns had just cause for firing the wise man, and now Paul's right back with his old client. Heyman has zero loyalty to the bloodline.
Okay, Corey, did you forget the fact that Roman attacked Heyman? Anyway, Reigns just needs to forget all of that tonight. Rollins is already playing next-level mind games in this match. Reigns cannot let Paul Heyman's actions affect him.
Roman certainly seems out of his comfort zone right now, guys.
Reigns and his comfort zone aren't even in the same zip code tonight, Cole. Unless he can snap out of it fast, he's going to make a mistake that Rollins will capitalize on.
Oh, maybe time to start burning it down. Rollins is starting to roll. Even before Seth put his gear on, he came into this match with a clear-cut advantage.
You're right, Cole. 1 week ago on SmackDown, Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens defeated the Usos. As a result, Jimmy and Jay are barred from ringside.
It was an all-or-nothing move, as Rollins would have lost his title opportunity had that match gone the other way. It just proves that Seth freaking Rollins will take every freaking risk to win.
He connects with a counter.
What a display here. Counters on both sides.
Oh, and Roman fights back. What a shot. Reigns just imposing his will right now.
The power and rage of the... Tribal Chief is just overwhelming Rollins here.
What a reversal.
Now Rollins looking for some momentum.
Brief sign of a...
What a headbutt.
Vicious. He's getting on his feet, vulnerable to what's coming next. Caught the clothesline attempt into an STO.
And he puts a quick stop to the momentum that was mounting against him.
Rollins being put into the guillotine. This is the biggest so much for the submission hold. He just lets go.
His grip strength might have run out.
Seth Rollins just getting dismantled.
And you can see Seth is being run into the ground by Roman.
And we're starting to see the effect of those continued attacks to the core.
Yeah, I think this is going to take more than ice to recover.
And they're going shot for shot, blow for blow.
Ooh.
Neither competitor is backing down.
It looks like we've got ourselves a brawl here.
Rollins pulling out all the stops early. Roman Reigns needs to kick into higher gear to catch back up. Oh, what impressive determination from both competitors, keeping at each other no matter what.
WWE Universe appreciating these athletes going all out.
Rollins,
no stop.
Trying to stop and got hit by an RKO.
Roman getting ready to finish this, to finally vanquish the demons of Seth Rollins and the Shield.
Reigns, Rollins, both men are waging an epic battle.
For years, these Shield brothers would go town to town and beat the competition to a pulp. Tonight, they're doing it to each other.
What a headbutt. Got him where he wants.
Targets the gut to end the offense.
Soul kick. That hip connects from Roman Reigns.
Oh, that is going to leave a mark.
Right to the back of the neck. What a blow.
Good night.
Unparalleled intensity from Roman Reigns.
And bit by bit, Reigns chipping away at the competition.
This, what a headbutt. Oh, what a headbutt. Forward smash. Swing pin. Title on the line.
Champ's in trouble.
He breaks the pin before a 1 count.
I'm just as shocked as everyone else, Cole, his opponent included.
Everything he can do to create space here.
Big boot on the mark.
What a display of strength here. Big powerbomb.
Hits back with a jawbreaker.
Kick gets caught.
Spine buster.
The head of the table and Seth freaking Rollins are at war right now.
Bombs being thrown between these Shield brothers, but only one will be left standing. The stop has been so effective for Rollins, but he might have an even more dangerous move this night with the pedigree.
Indeed, the pedigree made famous by a man who's been part of the story since the beginning. Triple H, the man who manipulated Rollins into turning on the Shield, became something of a father figure for Rollins. Pin to decide the championship. Strong kick out from the resilient champion.
How have we not claimed a winner yet?
You gotta believe that not wanting to feel the agony of defeat is causing this never surrender attitude. What a view! Turns that into a suplex.
Setting up for something here. Powerbomb. Seth Rollins says he knows Roman Reigns so well, says he knows how to prey on the insecurities of the Universal Champion.
Rollins knew there was one thing that Roman Reigns could never, ever get over, that it was Seth Rollins who chose to end the Shield.
That blow to the back of Roman Reigns with a steel chair so many years ago broke up perhaps the greatest faction in WWE history. Who would have thought that moment would still loom so large and be the biggest key to victory for Seth freaking Rollins?
Oof, went right into the post.
Oh, man, right into the steel steps. And he now slides back into the ring.
Headed out to ringside now. What does he have planned? He gets back into the ring.
Oh, the ref getting in the middle of it. I hate to say this, but the Tribal Chief has become extremely frazzled without the benefit of having the Bloodline by his side.
Every little move Rollins makes seems to put Reigns on edge. This outfit, the Shield's entrance music. I bet if Rollins gave Roman a fist bump, it would make the Tribal Chief go nuclear.
Textbook jumping clothesline.
Oof.
Stiff elbow will break that up.
Oh, he flips that around.
Intercepted with a clothesline to cut off the attack. The Tribal Chief has been dominant over the last 516.
What a spear by Reigns. Perfect execution from the champ.
The WWE Universe can't believe what these warriors are doing to one another.
Everyone's fired up. What a battle. Sharp kicks. Boom.
This is a situation you want to avoid. Check your face after that one.
Textbook jumping clothesline.
Oof.
Now the game get it locked in. I didn't expect him to just let go.
I don't know what he's thinking, but he needs to focus on the task at hand.
Picture perfect drop kick.
Reigns had that scouted. Jeez, nasty kick to the face.
Roman with his opponent across his own shoulders. Switches into a flapjack. Oh, look at this. So ruthless.
Oh, what a quick answer.
Counter after counter. Neither superstar getting the clear advantage.
Rollins.
Set.
clothesline.
Oof.
Reigns heads up. This is going to be good. Rollins just a step too slow. Bang! He finds a counter. From way up. Oh! Cole to be crowned champion. The count was stopped before it started.
You see the look on the challenger's face. So close to becoming champion, but the champ won't stay down. Drop kick. Lining him up. This is now Seth Rollins' chance to end the historic title reign of the Tribal Chief.
Oh, and it's reversed.
Rolling elbow finds its mark.
Ouch. Oh, and Rollins. Here comes Seth. Sling blade.
Rollins in complete control.
Sent right into the corner. And that cancels out Reigns' offense. Absorbing the pain of another attack to the head. He could be dazed.
Trapped in the corner. No escape from these punches. So ruthless.
Looking to take it to the air now.
From the top.
He lands the splash.
Reigns unleashes the Superman punch.
Absolutely laid Rollins out. And now Reigns can finally overcome his former Shield brother.
Roman Reigns so dominant.
The guillotine.
And would you look at that? He just let go of the submission.
Maybe he did the damage he meant to do and has something else in mind now.
Will the champ make that pay off?
Rollins getting worked on here.
Right now, Seth is unable to evade Roman's offense.
The head of the table cinches it in.
He lets go of the hold, but I don't see any reason for it.
No telling what's going on in his mind right now, Michael.
And gets tossed back into the mat. Stomping down. One step ahead there.
He's finding a way.
Going for the pin. Title on the line. He breaks the ref's count before 2.
You got to question, how much is it worth? How much is it worth to continue through the agony?
It's obviously worth everything. Obviously worth every drop of sweat on the ground. And he's busted open. We need to get the doctors out here quick.
Oh, elbow caught him right on the bridge of the nose. Making his way to the top here.
He could get dropped here.
Uranagi. Man, oh man. And here's Reigns now, misses wildly with the clothesline attempt. Spear! Spear by Reigns! Roman Reigns from out of nowhere with a spear!
That could end it for Rollins if Roman could just make the cover.
Roman trying to fight through the pain. Oh my, guys. Guys, look at what Rollins is doing.
After all these two have been through, Rollins wants that Shield fist bump.
Reigns shaking it off as Rollins continues to try to play mind games.
Yeah, but that may have triggered a litany of emotions within the Tribal Chief. Reigns unsure of what to do.
Roman Reigns determining what to do now. Will he slay his former brother? Reigns now. Look, gonna lock in the guillotine. Submission
Well, there's
move
your
locked
answer.
in. Submission move locked in.
Rollins in major peril right now. Rollins looking like he's starting to fade.
Seth trying desperately to make it to the bottom rope.
I'm not sure he can make it, Corey.
Trying to make it to the rope to force some sort of break. Seth trying to hang on. How can he do this here? Is Rollins going to tap here? What's Rollins going to do? Is he going to tap out?
Well, he makes it to the rope. Reigns has a 5 count to break the hold.
And Reigns breaks the hold here. Roman breaks the hold, and this match continues.
It just shows you how locked in Roman Reigns is to winning this match. Rollins just motionless now. Roman had that guillotine locked in far too long.
Well, the oxygen slowly circulating through Seth again, but I feel it's just a matter of time.
Reigns hits it! The champ taking care of business here.
And into the corner he goes.
Clothesline in the corner.
And an elbow for good measure. Reigns on the money with a Superman punch. And a spear. The champ might have just sealed things.
Roman Reigns saying this is not the WWE Universe. This is Roman's universe.
The head of the table cinches it in.
Reigns with the guillotine.
And Reigns retains the title.
Here is your winner, and still the Universal Champion,
Roman Reigns has finally done it. Finally earned that title defense against Seth Rollins. Finally exercised the ghost of the Shield.
It looks like a huge weight has been lifted from the shoulders of the Tribal Chief. Roman may never forgive Rollins, but now he can forget him.
I'm the last guy to knock a revolution. I've led a few of those, you know. I admire revolutionaries. I respect evolutionaries. They are the lifeblood of the bloodline. So when Solo Sikoa seized the moment and became the tribal chief in Roman Reigns' absence, I didn't like it. I don't even think I respected it. But something deep down in me admired it. That took some forward thinking.
I'm the chief now!
Now we all know what happened when the OG bloodline, led by Roman Reigns, faced the new rogue bloodline, led by Solo Sikoa, in the War Games. But there was a discussion here while planning the WWE 2K25 showcase that has me, your wise man, admittedly a little intrigued. What if War Games was limited pt2 only OG bloodline, no honorary uses, versus Solo's rogue bloodline, no honorary uses. It's 4-on-4 Roman Reigns. The Usos, Sami Zayn, versus Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and the most dangerous new competitor WWE has ever seen, the Real Bloodline. This is your moment to determine who is the only bloodline. This is where the bloodline's legacy and the bloodline's future is in your hands.
The following contest is the men's War Games match. The rules of the match are as follows. Two teams will be contained in separate cages, with one member of each team starting the match. At regular intervals, alternating members from each team will be released to enter the match. The team with the advantage will be the first to have a member released into the match. Once all competitors have entered, War Games officially begins. The match can be won by pinfall or submission. Exiting the cage will result in a forfeit. And now, let the War Games begin!
The bloodline is in chaos. This wrestling dynasty is on the brink of collapse.
This conflict goes far beyond acknowledgement, Michael. This man and the original bloodline are fighting for their livelihood.
Introducing first, from San Francisco, California, weighing in at 242 pounds, main event, Jay Uso!
This man and the rest of the original bloodline is under attack. The new bloodline will do whatever it takes to wipe out the old guard.
But this man and the rest of his crew will not go down without a fight. This is a power struggle that could not be contained by a traditional 20-by-20 ring. He's ready to bring the heavy fire to the new bloodline.
The original bloodline was created with the wisdom of the elders, but this man and the new bloodline are destroying what was built.
Well, this conflict was unfathomable until now. The new bloodline is ready to hunt.
And from Sacramento, California, weighing in at 285 pounds, the Samoan werewolf, Jacob.
The new bloodline does not live by a code. They do not act with honor. This man says the OG bloodline will suffer the consequences of their disloyalty.
We are looking at a heavy hitter with pure malice in his eyes.
And gentlemen, it is time for Bloodline War Games. Roman Reigns, the Usos, and Sami Zayn versus Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Jacob Fatu.
Both of these sides have a deep and abiding hatred for one another. Solo felt he was held down. His crew never called up during Roman's time as the tribal chief.
But most of the men on Roman's side were unceremoniously removed from the bloodline, courtesy of Solo Sikoa. And those who weren't have faced continued attacks from the new bloodline.
And the winners tonight are very likely to be considered the true bloodline by the WWE Universe. Let's see who comes out on top tonight.
Buster.
Sami Zayn grew so much as a member of the bloodline, it really gave him a sense of self-worth.
Yeah, but part of that self-worth came from defying Roman, from defeating the Usos, which begs the question, and I wish there was a better way to phrase this. Is Sami Zayn still Usi?
I think he is, Corey. Sami seems elated to be fighting alongside Jay and even Jimmy. Those are his dogs.
Before War Games officially starts, what do you guys think is the key to the old school bloodline coming out on top?
Every one of these men is a proven main eventer, Michael, but that won't be enough if they can't stay on the same page.
Yeah, and given how united Solo's team is, I don't think even the Mount Rushmore of WWE could handle the new bloodline.
Roman and his crew need to remember what bonded them, what made their team Usi, and work as a real team. Just one last time.
He's already bringing the numbers advantage, but he wants something more. 8 men in this war, but one seems to be fighting his own internal battle. That man, Jimmy Uso.
He's currently on Team Roman, but this might be an instance of the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Well, Jimmy had clashes with Roman. He went to war with his brother Jay, but the men who put Jimmy on the shelf for months stand across the ring. Jimmy's out for every member of Solo's squad tonight, and he'll deal with the rest of his fractured family later.
Basically hammering their opponent into the floor. This is what you do when you're looking to do more than win a match. You're looking to hurt someone, mercilessly attacking over and over with no remorse. This kind of brutality is sickening.
OG bloodline leader Roman Reigns has so much on the line in this one, guys.
Oh, absolutely, Michael. Solo Sikoa took his spot at the head of the table. He says he's the new tribal chief.
And that is Roman's legacy. Those names, this group, they mean something. But the bloodline represents all that Roman has built in his career. And he needs to take it back tonight.
Counting down the seconds as this match gets closer to being even.
Tonga Loa now entering the fray of Bloodline War Games.
Oh, strong impact.
Clothesline.
Solo Sikoa, leader of the new bloodline, has called himself the head of the table, called himself a tribal chief.
And when he asked the WWE Universe to acknowledge him, we're hearing more and more of the crowd agree.
Well, Solo has grown in power with big wins and title reigns, but this is his biggest.
Sami in a tight spot.
And looking at Jacob Fatu.
This is certainly an effective use of a foreign object. Old bloodline, new bloodline, both sides engaging in a brutal battle.
Every one of these men is fighting with every fiber in their being to be considered the true bloodline. Soaring!
I think tonight is going to be a breakout performance for Jacob Fatu. So much raw talent in that young man.
Every bloodline member, new and old, is a generational athlete. But Jacob seems to be a step ahead of every one of these men at times.
Many already believe Jacob can take the mantle as the leader of the bloodline. If he's the one to earn the victory tonight, Jacob Fatu's got a problem here. There's the buzzer, and Jimmy Uso is looking for revenge against the new bloodline in War Games. Earth-shattering. Will Jimmy end this?
What energy in the arena tonight.
Suplex. And his body seems to be the preferred target.
Numbers advantage or not, he's leaving nothing to chance as he searches under the apron.
And this is really getting out of hand here. Someone needs to step back.
Can Jacob Fatu come back from that?
If there's one man here with the most to prove, it's got to be Tonga Loa.
We've often seen that the man with the most to prove ends up being the difference maker in war games.
Many folks think Tonga Loa is just
From the top. Completely missed the mark there. So much disdain with each of these shots. Something about this is starting to feel way more personal.
he's still reeling, and more punishment is incoming.
And he just got caught once again, or he surely doesn't have much left in him. It's like we're looking at The Walking Dead here.
Is that in his favor?
Sammy with a big boot.
Has Sammy ended it there?
And planted them with a well-executed DDT.
Every person in this capacity crowd is on their feet.
And with good reason. These superstars are earning all of their respect.
There it is. Tonga looking to get wild inside war games alongside.
Nasty boot by Sammy. Jacob Fatu's got a problem here.
Got to be a bit tough for Jay to stand up against this team. Some close allies, but some enemies he's yet to forgive.
We've seen the rumors that Jay has waged with his cousin Roman, with his brother Jimmy, but he needs to put that aside tonight.
But meanwhile, Zayn,
No doubt, Sammy just ended this. It looks like he's got a bullseye on his head now. Hold on here. What good reason does he have to be climbing up the cage now? Oh, no. Has him lined up for the kill shot.
now scaling the war game.
From the top.
Solo Sikoa's group at a decided disadvantage. His side has less experience inside the structure.
But look at how young and hungry Team Solo is. In particular, Tama Tonga is a real wow. Lift off. Consecutive high-risk maneuvers, and the pace of this match has certainly picked up.
Basic. Knee strike.
The crowd is counting it down. Next entry will tip the scales in their team's favor. And Alpha's offense with a for purpose.
And the Tribal Chief is now entering Bloodline War Games.
Look at the amount of members on each team now.
Soaring.
And saw what was...
Jacob Fatu taking flight. Moonsault. And that took Reigns down.
Got him in the corner now.
And Tama pays for leaving an opening. Snapmare.
Foot to the belly. Super kick.
Super kick. Good night.
Super kick. Starting to scale up the War Games wall. He's got Uso.
Meanwhile, it's Jimmy. Jimmy might have just finished things. Oh, what a headbutt on the mark.
So precise with the super kick.
He's absorbing a lot of damage here.
Jay ready to end things. Shoulder into the midsection. Timer's running out. And his next competitor will equal out of top row. Now Jimmy.
Jacob Fatu's got a problem here.
Taking off up the cage in this War Games match. Oh my God.
Driving down with the sledgehammer. He's not interested in just evening.
So much in the submission hold. He just lets go.
Jay can spin. And that can vanquish Tama.
Russo now looking at Jay. And we just saw some serious offense.
Will Jay take advantage?
It's our final competitor. The door is shut. This is War Games.
I can't begin to fathom all the chaos and destruction that's about to be unleashed. Choosing to go out to the head here. Interesting strategy.
Ooh, sledgehammer to the body. This is not for the faint of heart.
And it's just been tossed aside into a new terrain. And he's going to the top.
The Uso splash. Will they take advantage? Caught with that sharp elbow. Clothesline.
And that attack has the street champ looking a little less tough.
Showing no regard for his opponent's well-being. Using it like a hammer saw to break the table in half.
Really holding nothing back. Looking to do lasting damage.
Into the pin. That is Jey Uso. Here we go. Jey go.
Uso. Uso splash. And that can vanquish Tom.
His head. Supreme confidence here from Jey Uso. But he is giving his opponent a lot of time here. He's headed up.
Might be going toward the top of this War Game structure.
Here we go.
He fell top rope. Uso splash by Jey. Will Jey
Can Jacob Fatu come back from that?
You can see all the brutality the original Bloodline team has dished out. Everyone on Solo's team are filling the War Games cage.
just to soften his opponent with that hold. Ooh, man. Scaling this unforgiving War Games cage. Top rope.
Now here's Jey Uso.
Jey can seal it here.
Going up the cage now. Must have some sort of strategy in mind. On the top. Let's handle that. There's a focused attack to his head.
An unprotected shot to the head. Let's get out of here.
Place against the turnbuckle.
Can Jacob Fatu come back from that?
Top rope.
And now Jey Uso.
Will Jey seal this off? Ooh.
Kick connects.
Uso. Shot after shot, then slamming that face down.
Sent flying over to the other ring.
Oh, God, what a shot to the face.
Climbing up the War Games steel structure. Better be careful.
Uso. Usos.
He's coming in. He can win it all here. And the referee cuts off the count at one.
This is insanity.
Did you expect anything less?
And sizing up the target. Wow, Reigns nailed it. Vicious headbutt.
Jacob Fatu come back from that?
Taken out with an arm drag.
He gets out of the way.
Looks to climb the top rope.
Uso smash. Will Jay take advantage? Power from the Tribal Chief.
Jimmy Bennett.
Yeah, this
From the middle rope. Oh, splash. This could be the end of the night for Jey Uso. And we see Zayn. And he only stays down for a 1 count.
still not enough to put him away.
Michinoku driver.
Missed connection. Oh, ouch. And into the turnbuckle he goes.
Superman punch. He's going for it again. And looking at Jacob Fatu. DDT.
Wow. Did Jacob Fatu get enough of it? Position.
Going down, punches and counters. Looking to go by Tom's Tom down. And look out. Here it comes. Twist. Will Sammy recover? Oh, you can tell he's feeling it now. This fight is pumping him up.
Now it's Sikoa.
Solo Sikoa lining it up.
Here's the cover. Solo. Makes the save, and they continue this match.
May have just vanquished Reigns.
Hoisted up. Teammate intervenes just in time.
Nice series of strikes capped off with a big forearm.
He gets manhandled over into the opposite ring.
He's got the shoulders down. This is it. Saving his team from defeat. Well, meanwhile, here's Sami Zayn. Into the corner.
Zayn connects with a Helluva Kick.
Is Zayn closing this out?
Sliding into the cover, looking to end this.
Using the rope. Cover on Tamataga. This could do it. Shoulder shoots up before 2.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
I don't either. Can this ref even count to 3?
Here's the pump handle.
Blast off. Both wrists captured. Man, knee strike. Jey is out. That is it.
And Jimmy Uso.
Goodness. Counters into a brutal fucking blow.
Goes to the pin.
okay, a little bit out of character for your wise man, but that was a little bit difficult for me to watch. Seeing this family splinter into two groups.
It is time for the Street Profits to get themselves some of the Islanders.
Well, with all due respect to the smoke and the party cups, but AD and Tez need to up their game. This could be the Profits' night, but it's not going to be easy.
The Profits possess tremendous athleticism, but so do the Islanders. And let's not forget, the Islanders have Bobby Heenan.
The Street Profits had better be ready for what's coming.
Tez and Dawkins have to be ready to deal with any shortcut the Islanders can find.
And their opponents, accompanied.
The Islanders versus the Street Profits in a best-of-3 falls match. This matchup represents two teams who want to rule the tag team division and have sharpened their offensive arsenals so one move can put away any opponent.
The Street Profits swag levels are at an all-time high, and they told the Islanders they want the smoke.
Look, this is the best Street Profits we've ever seen, but the Islanders are exceptionally dangerous. And don't forget their secret weapon in the form of Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Look, I get that the Islanders are brutal, but when I look at Haku, I kind of see something royal about him.
Are you kidding me, Saxton? Haku's a big, mean dude who loves to run. Nothing about him says royalty.
Though Bobby Heenan does seem intent on taking the Islanders to the top of WWE, perhaps becoming king of the ring, is on that path. Corey, you've competed in these type of matches before. What's the key to victory for Haku and Tama?
It's crucial for the Islanders to win the first fall as early as possible. To do that, they've got to either isolate Ford or Dawkins and block their path to make an attack.
Absolute dominance. Solid punch. Bam!
So many accolades for Dawkins and Ford. Triple Crown Tag Team Champions, multiple WrestleMania wins. This win could be another major feather in their caps.
It could be, but for the Islanders, all those accolades are motivation. Haku and Tama know they're the best tag team around, so
there may be no escape from this. Haku with a punch.
And wait a second. Interesting turn of events here.
Now he just released the hold, and I'm racking my brain wondering why.
Really just laying it in.
Samoan drop, Byron?
Hawaiian drop.
Oof. Elbow drop. Piercing. From the top.
Diving headbutt.
I think he's totally gassed.
And his body has to be in extreme amounts of pain right now.
Being placed in the corner here.
Thomas showing no fear, no intimidation.
He could be enjoying the moment too much, giving his opponent a lot of room to recover. And he saw that coming from Montez.
Something that Tez and Dawkins need to watch out for tonight is the presence of Bobby the Weasel Heenan. He'll do anything for his clients.
Don't you dare disparage the brain, Saxton. Heenan is indeed a wise man who has quickly brought the Islanders up the ranks. They'll be tag champions in no time.
Heavy-duty right hand.
Oh, no. He is donning the crimson mask.
What a callous attack. Will he get on with it already? This is a fight.
He gets the tag. Bam!
We're watching two great teams at work right now, but with the talent at this level in the ring, you have to wonder, are there any possible breakout single stars here?
Every one of these men has that sort of potential, Michael. I mean, Montez Ford has had moments of single success, competing in many high-profile matches on his own.
Though you'd be doing a great disservice to Angelo Dawkins, who has an equally impressive skill set should he go solo. And of course, both Islanders competed separately for a time in WWE before joining up. So you know that Tama and Haku can once again dominate as single stars.
Tama carrying the momentum in this match.
The Islanders putting a beating on the Street Profits.
Elbow drop. Piercing. And the Profits definitely had that it factor, but it didn't look like it mattered there.
Yeah, Tama delivering the pain.
Taking things to the top rope. Placing him in the corner here. Reversal. And that turns things around.
This is a big night for the Street Profits. Their party cups are filled to the brim tonight. I took a sniff of it, and it nearly knocked me out.
I've seen tap water knock you loopy, Saxton, but I know for a fact that the Profits have the strong stuff in hand. From the top, down.
And Montez Ford finds himself on the defensive.
The Islanders straight up crushing the Profits. From the top. Oof, nobody home.
And he's looking for it again, heading to the top.
Sky high. Big splash. The Profits are down, and the Islanders are about to reap the rewards. He's trying again. And the Islanders just sent the Profits up in smoke.
We thought it was going to be the Street Profits going to the air this often.
The Islanders beating Angelo and Montez at their own game now.
Does he get it here? Getting a fall in the early goings.
What a hot shot. Sent all the way to the outside.
Thomas culminated a great game plan now.
Yeah, Tama's on a roll now.
Planted down across.
Tama with the cover. Looking to win it. Second fall for the Islanders. And they beat the Profits.
Here are your winners.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't have the words to convey how proud I am to have been part of this historic showcase. Having worked alongside this family, this bloodline, for so many decades, reliving moments that I got to experience firsthand has been a privilege of the highest order. Introducing you to WWE legends that I hold in such high esteem, and also spotlighting the modern day greatness their descendants have provided you in recent years, all to pay tribute to the greatest wrestling family I have ever known, has truly been my privilege. To be successful in this industry is a 1 in a billion chance. To see one bloodline continuously pump out superstar after superstar, champion after champion, generation after generation, is a testament not only to the skills
The following match is the 2K Showcase Tribal Gauntlet. The winner of this match will be acknowledged as your Tribal Chief. The rules of the match are as follows. 2 superstars will start in the ring. When one superstar is eliminated, a new superstar enters. Eliminations can occur by pinfall, submission, disqualification, or countouts. The match will be won if the first entrant eliminates all other entrants in the match.
The Bloodline Gauntlet match begins here, gentlemen, with our first entrant.
A superstar with a daunting challenge ahead. Wow. How's this for an opening opponent in a gauntlet match?
Makes you want to throw in the towel before the bell even rings.
It feels... Like it all has led up to this. A chance to place yourself at the head of the table. The proving ground is right here, right now.
It will be a gauntlet containing a member from every branch of the Bloodline family tree. The odds are almost insurmountable.
The road is treacherous, but surviving it will bring you...
Oklahoma slam! And we know there was turmoil in the family coming into this match, so much so they decided a gauntlet match was the only way to set the narrative straight.
Let's call it what it is, Michael. The family wants to put this member in their place. That's to bring them down a peg. To me, tonight reads more like punishment for...
Oh, man, that's like death by 1,000 cuts.
And a stop to the gut, too.
Ah, and a stop. Oh.
reversal by Reigns. And we know the lineup we are seeing tonight is exceptionally talented. Each one is capable of this is quickly turning into a slugfest.
Giving up now is not an option. They have to finish this.
Nothing pretty here, just good old-fashioned fisticuffs.
Two fighters putting their haymakers on autopilot right now. Who will break first? That is the question. They are emptying their tanks, going back and forth like this.
Boom! No more holding back. Going all out now.
Oh, getting the better of that exchange.
What a clothesline. A gauntlet match is such a fitting stipulation for tonight, Corey. It's almost a tribal trial by fire of some sort.
It absolutely is, Michael. You don't get put into this match with any expectations of coming out the victor. The family has decided these rules because only those that can overcome such odds can be strong enough to lead the bloodline.
Clothesline!
Looks like The Rock is locked in on his opponent.
Off the ropes. Oh, and a big right.
Taking aim right at the midsection with this offense. And clearly going after his core to slow him down. There it is, the People's Punch. And the clothesline.
Fighting their way out of this position
Will create separation.
chess match of counters and reversals happening here.
Neither superstar giving an inch here.
Looks like a hockey fight's just broken out.
Slugging away with everything they've got. So much pride, so much resiliency on display.
Both absolutely drained, but both refusing to give up.
The willpower, the sheer guts of these two.
Each exchange just sapping the energy from both superstars, just unloading, putting it all on the line.
Oh my, that'll rock you.
Rock.
Buster.
Down hard.
Reigns is absolute. The Rock about to hit the most electrifying move in all of sports entertainment. There it is, the People's Elbow. The Rock got all of it. There it is. Rock bottom.
Can Reigns recover from that? The millions are about to experience it. Full head of steam.
The People's Elbow.
Rock got it. I think it's over. Double leg takedown. Got the shoulders down. And there's the cover.
There it is. Reigns is out of this match.
It's a fight for survival, and only the strongest will survive.
Here's Jimmy entering the fray in this gauntlet match. Clothesline.
And let's not lose the reason for this match, the right, no, the honor to have sole possession of the seat that stands at the head of the table.
Well, if you can survive tonight, you will be at the top of the mountain, casting an enormous shadow over every possible challenger.
I'm already intimidated thinking about the Ula Fala adorned around this superstar's shoulders.
Electrifying offense from the Brahma Bull.
Absolutely, The Rock is breaking his opponent down.
Double axe X-handle smash.
That attack certainly put Jimmy's toughness to the test.
The Rock brought that Anawahi toughness to bear, and his opponent didn't have an answer. Putting the boots to an opponent will take the fight out of them in a hurry. And as cruel as this match might seem, let's not forget, this is family. And right or wrong, however a family settles their disputes needs to be respected.
But one can even ask if this is a fight to fix a family or a night to control an entire business.
It's hard to say, Bob, but the family business is all about fighting. Demoralizing spot for Jimmy Uso.
Jimmy here in a disheartening position.
And a stop to the gut.
Oh, boy, what a kick.
Oh, a slam.
Great job anticipating Jimmy.
We're seeing one response after another. Neither superstar gaining a foothold.
He's able to counter the cover.
No, a kick out. He is certainly sending a message, getting his shoulder up before two.
Rock. Buster. Down hard. Into the cover.
And that's it. Jimmy Uso is gone. His time in this gauntlet match is over.
We see the herd starting to thin out a bit. This one's far from over, though. Ah, this is interesting. Jacob Fatu getting in on this gauntlet action.
Reversed it.
Rock finally finding a way to slow his opponent's assault down.
Could be the tide turner the Rock desperately needed. Oh, big mistake, and that error could be costly.
Oh, what a clothesline.
Forcefully delivered. Stop after stop after stop. Each of those boots seem to get heavier with each blow.
Pulled in for
belly to belly.
Ooh, ouch. Ah, kick. Nasty kick. And Jacob Fatu is having the fight brought right to him there.
Electrifying offense from The Rock.
The Rock now has a leg up in this match.
I think The Rock's opponent can smell it, guys.
You can feel the resentment building with each stop there. Fairly drained. The Rock with some good timing here. Ooh, and overbearing. His shoulders are down. And he easily stops the ref's count.
He couldn't make much of that pin attempt.
Rock. Buster.
Down hard.
Samoa drop.
Oh, man, he is more than fired up right now.
Kick to the midsection prevents the attack. At this stage, the damage is really mounted.
Yeah, he's just running on fumes now.
Down in a hurry. Oh, no, a referee falling prey to the chaos in the ring.
Oh, a knee. Lights out.
From the middle rope. Oh, what a splash. Whipping lariat.
Oh, and a clothesline.
The Rock, can you smell it?
The Rock's opponent needs to know his role.
As was set up in the corner of the ring. Getting lifted to the top rope.
Uh-oh. This is not going to be nice. This is going to be nasty.
All about winning, no matter what it takes.
Superplex! He's going for the pin. This could be it. And he fights it off.
A long 2.5 off in the waning moments of this match.
Jacob Fatu in a compromised position.
Can Jacob Fatu come back from that?
It's all for Jacob Fatu. No match for the gauntlet.
Conservation is key here as we still have a lot of entrants still waiting. Next into the gauntlet, we've got the one and only Jey Uso.
Quick thinking by The Rock. And Corey, there's more than family pride on the line tonight. Everyone in WWE is one.
Rock, the sharpshooter. This is grueling. Look at the torque happening here.
It's like living in a torture chamber. This can't tap out.
That's it. Jey Uso has been eliminated from this gauntlet match.
Still early in this gauntlet match, we still have 5 more contestants on the list.
And now it's Umaga entering the gauntlet.
Pretty drop kick. I don't know if Umaga can withstand much more of this.
Yeah, somehow Umaga has to turn the tide. Here it comes. The Rock has this wrapped up.
There's 2. Oh, he gets the shoulder up before 3.
There is not a more terrifying sight than Umaga kicking out after you hit him with your best shot.
That usually finishes most men. The Rock has to be frustrated, not getting the fall. And Rock gets reversed. An elbow will break that up. Devastating flourish.
And Umaga's laid out.
2. Oh, kick out at 2.
There is not a more terrifying sight than Umaga kicking out after you hit him with your best shot.
The Rock has cut some corners in the past, and he might be desperate enough to do it again after that. Will it be? There it is. Umaga has been eliminated.
That's an elimination, but this isn't the end of the road. We still have 4 more entrants to go. Oh, this gauntlet just got more interesting with Naomi entering the match.
The Rock appears to be in some trouble here.
Could be getting into a dire situation soon.
Big clothesline. Turn inside out with a desperation clothesline.
Mounting their downed opponent and firing off a series of blows. And a stomp to the gut.
To the stomach. Ooh, treading all over their opponent.
And Naomi took a battering there.
The Rock putting everything he learned from his wrestling family to work.
Oh, she was ready with the counter. He's able to reverse it. Just a continuous rush being faced by Naomi.
Naomi needs to be resourceful in this situation.
Oh, man.
Pulls their opponent in.
Belly to belly. Is it enough? She breaks the count quick.
A little closer to getting the pinfall there, but this is still anybody's fight.
Belly to belly. She's being derailed here.
Knew what was coming there.
Springboard off the top rope.
Went for the springboard and miss.
Up fast. Buster. Down hard.
This could do it.
The gauntlet claims the victor. Naomi, it's done.
There goes another one, but we're not done. 3 competitors remain.
Rosie entering this gauntlet match looking to go the distance.
Big clothesline.
And at this point in the gauntlet, are you gentlemen stunned by how long this combatant has been able to survive?
You should never underestimate the fire of a Samoan. In any other circumstance, I wouldn't be surprised. But if you look at the caliber of relatives already eliminated, you can't help but be impressed.
Listen to this place. It's unreal.
The decibel level in here right now is breaking glass. These fans are on fire.
The Great One has become relentless.
Showing exactly why he's the Great One. The proverbial mud hole has been stomped, and now it's time to walk it dry. Boom!
Boom, what impact.
Oof. Just mounted with punches, and not, oh, a nasty stop to finish it off.
And he's looking out of sorts now.
Attack to the midsection.
Rosie is getting beaten down here.
Tough spot for Rosie. Oh, man. Oof. What a kick.
Wait a minute, setting in. Devastating submission coming.
Legs trapped. Figure 4 is in. This might just do it. This might just end it all.
There is no mercy beat.
And there you have it. It's a big Rosie's out of here. Eliminated from this gauntlet match.
They are out of here.
And after this, 2 more entrants to go.
And now it's Sika entering the gauntlet.
Quick thinking that time. As we get deeper into this war for the head of the table, the WWE Universe has gained hope. They're starting to believe a miracle is possible tonight.
The energy in the arena has shifted. Members of the Bloodline may have expected things to be over by now, but somehow one of their own has proven to be defiant in the face of all challengers.
Natural athletic ability shown by The Rock.
Absolutely. The Rock is breaking his opponent down.
Oklahoma slam. Close fist connects.
Ooh, gets clobbered with the axe handle.
And that blow has him wavering.
There it is.
The Rock has this wrapped up.
Into the pin attempt. There's 2. Sika's time is coming to an end in the meeting.
It's been insane since the opening bell, but we're not done yet. We've got 1 more contest to go.
Here we go with Rikishi next into the gauntlet.
One final adversary stands in the way. The road has been tumultuous, but the finish line is in sight.
Finish the job on your fellow brethren, and there will be no question as to who sits at the head of the table.
Rikishi is getting picked apart right now.
Yeah, Rikishi needs to reassess his strategy.
And the cheers of the crowd couldn't save Rikishi from harm there.
Stomping. Ouch. Oh, my gosh. The Rock digging deeper to the playbook with the sharpshooter.
After everything he's been through, will he give in right?
Taps out.
And it's all over. The Rock is your winner.
The winner of this match, and officially, your
The battlefield was laid out. The gauntlet was fierce. Pain will live tomorrow. Scars will remain for life. But in this family, you will rule your own kin from a seat at the head of the table.